ExpressVPN is one of the big dogs in the VPN industry, but how good is it in today's world? Is it living off the hype, or is it still worth getting in 2025? To uncover the answer, I'll do a deep dive into its security, features, performance, and overall value in this ExpressVPN review. Let's start with security, because that's the main focus of any VPN, or at least it should be. ExpressVPN is widely regarded as trustworthy. That's why it keeps appearing in various best VPN lists. That said, its 2021 acquisition by Cape Technologies did raise some eyebrows. Cape, a large corporation that owns several other VPN brands, has faced scrutiny in the past due to allegations they were involved in malware distribution. And of course, many people who are skeptical of big companies often share the same concern, that their actions are motivated more by growing profits than user trust. But right after the acquisition, ExpressVPN started taking significant steps to reassure users. It underwent 3 independent audits and started releasing biannual transparency reports. In addition, they launched a bug bounty program to encourage researchers to identify and address vulnerabilities, further showcasing their dedication to safeguarding user data. As the first ever VPN provider to introduce RAM-only servers, ExpressVPN also set a new standard for privacy. Yes, by now most other top VPN providers also have RAM-only servers, but being the first has to score them some extra points. These servers erase all data with every reboot, ensuring no traces of user data remain. Also, by operating from the British Virgin Islands, a jurisdiction with no data retention laws or major surveillance alliances, that gives ExpressVPN an extra layer of privacy protection. As for encryption, ExpressVPN relies on the gold standard in cybersecurity. All these things considered, the answer to the question, can you trust ExpressVPN, is yes. So if you've already decided to give this VPN a go, I've got a discount for you in the description, or you can scan this QR code on the screen. This discount is always going to update to the latest and best discount available. All right, since we've established that we can trust ExpressVPN, next let's open up the app and check out what the experience is like using it. Looks very minimalistic, doesn't it? With just a massive connection button and a simple server location menu, ExpressVPN makes it effortless to connect to any of its servers across 105 countries. Just a couple clicks and you're protected. That said, there's a little quirk I want to note. Features like settings and the speed test tool open in separate windows. While this keeps things focused, it can get a bit chaotic if you do forget to close some of those tabs and end up with a cluttered screen. One aspect that stands out in a good way is the consistent design across platforms. Whether you're using Windows, macOS, or mobile, the interface looks almost identical, meaning that there's practically no learning curve between them. And their Android app deserves a special mention for keeping the same familiar layout, but with a modern twist that feels sleek and polished. Now, it's also available on Linux, but it lacks a graphical interface. Considering some competitors like Surfshark have one, that would be a nice addition. Overall, ExpressVPN is easy to use because it's really simple to connect and there aren't that many features. But even so, let's review all the essentials and extras that come with ExpressVPN. Their kill switch, which is named Network Lock, ensures no data leaks occur if the VPN connection drops unexpectedly. This is really important when using public Wi-Fi or conducting sensitive activities online, making it a must-have for security-conscious users. Another useful feature is split tunneling, which gives users control over which apps or websites use the VPN and which connect directly to the internet. This is especially useful for tasks like streaming local content while simultaneously routing other traffic through the VPN. However, it's worth noting that split tunneling isn't supported on the latest macOS versions due to system restrictions, meaning other VPNs won't help you out either. Next up is the Threat Manager, which is designed to block trackers and malicious domains at the DNS level. This feature goes beyond the standard VPN protection, actively safeguarding users from harmful websites. It's particularly useful for those concerned about online tracking and security. ExpressVPN also includes ExpressVPN Keys, a secure password manager integrated into the subscription. While it's not as feature-rich as standalone password managers, it's a convenient tool for securely storing and generating passwords. Trusted Network Services is a unique offering that automatically disables the VPN when connected to trusted networks like your home Wi-Fi. This feature prevents unnecessary VPN use and can improve device performance. For those looking to protect their entire network, ExpressVPN router hardware offers pre-configured routers for network-wide VPN protection as well as a device groups option, which allows every device to connect to a different VPN location. It's a great solution for users with multiple devices, including those that don't natively support VPNs. This is a unique feature of ExpressVPN, making it one of the best VPN options for routers. Another extra feature is Shuffle IP, which is an innovative tool that automatically changes your IP address when visiting different websites. This adds an extra layer of privacy and helps prevent websites from linking your activities together. ExpressVPN Smart DNS, or as it's called in the app, Media Streamer, is excellent for accessing streaming content on devices that don't support VPN apps, like smart TVs or gaming consoles. Despite its strengths, ExpressVPN has some limitations. Some features like Shuffle IP aren't available on all platforms, which can be confusing and restrictive for users. For instance, port forwarding is only available on routers. Okay, next in this review, ExpressVPN performance. Being protected is nice, but some VPNs drop your internet speeds to unbearable levels. To see if ExpressVPN is one of those, we did our own testing. We ran a simple ExpressVPN speed test using 3 of my usual locations and compared the results with NordVPN and Surfshark, the fastest VPNs on the market. With a baseline speed of 500 megabytes per second and the fastest ExpressVPN tunneling protocol Lightway, the drop was minimal. Now, NordVPN and Surfshark were both slightly faster, but the difference is negligible, and as I've said, those two are the fastest VPNs available. For more distant locations, as you might expect, the speed drop was more noticeable due to the increased data travel distance. Even so, speed stayed consistently above 400 megabytes per second, which is 80% retention of the original speed. That's more than enough for not only smooth browsing, but also for heavier bandwidth activities, like streaming. And of course, for many of you, streaming is the primary reason to get a VPN. So let's see how good ExpressVPN is when it comes to that. Not only is ExpressVPN fast enough for streaming, but it's also one of the best VPNs for accessing foreign content. And I don't say that lightly. Now, in the past, I've often relied on Surfshark or NordVPN to watch foreign content because I've used them for years, and they are incredibly convenient. But ExpressVPN turned out to be a pleasant surprise. I didn't have to deal with much troubleshooting. In addition, it has virtual servers in India, meaning that you can watch Disney Plus Hotstar, for example. When it comes to ExpressVPN torrenting, I found it to be okay. All of their servers are optimized for P2P, which is convenient, but the speeds were pretty comparable to most other reliable VPN providers. In this case, I'd lean more toward NordVPN or CyberGhost, since their torrenting optimized servers tend to deliver slightly better performances. So far, ExpressVPN seems like a very solid choice, with strong security, a decent features list, and fast performance. But what about pricing and overall value? Well, the reality is the introductory price point is pretty steep if we compare ExpressVPN versus NordVPN, and even steeper if we look at Surfshark. Now, one thing I do appreciate about ExpressVPN is that there's a 30-day money-back guarantee and a 7-day free trial, so there's no risk in testing it out. While that policy is not unique, it's still nice to have. As far as the plans go, there are 2 options: a 12-month plan and a 2-year one, which includes more eSIM data as well as the data removal tool if you're not from the US. But whichever plan you decide to go with, be sure to use the discount link below to get the best deal. All right, so that covers my ExpressVPN review. So, is ExpressVPN good, and does it deserve the hype it gets? Honestly, yes. It's easy to see why it's so popular. Steady performance, excellent streaming capabilities, and strong privacy features. That said, there is room for improvement. I'd love to see a few more features, and the pricing is definitely on the higher side compared to competitors. Quickly, before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.